Jay Goldberg from the Canadian Taxpayers Federation is going to explain the circumstances which will convince you, if there's ever any doubt, that those people in Ottawa have no idea what goes on in the real world. But first, about the real world, we are not paid like other media outlets by the Prime Minister's office. We're not paid by the taxpayer at all. We need your donations to stay on the air, because otherwise you aren't going to learn about really what's going on in Canada. So please donate and subscribe and listen to the next 3 minutes. It's unbelievable. So Jay, lay it out for me. They're sweetening the pot.
Well, the Liberal government is trying to move back the date of the next election, which is in October of 2025. They're trying to move it back by a week. They're claiming the reason is because it falls on a holiday, Diwali.
Yep.
The real reason, of course, is that dozens of MPs are a week short of qualifying for their pensions. If you were elected in 2019 and they hold the election when it's scheduled and they lose, they'll be a week short of getting that lifetime pension. So they want to move the election date back by a week so dozens of MPs can all of a sudden qualify for a lifetime pension, and of course, they're just trying to find a reason to excuse it.
Well, I mean, the election date, the last election date has been on other holidays before. This Prime Minister has said, well, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
It's on a Jewish holiday, so it doesn't matter. So, but this one is because of the pensions.
That's right, but this one, it is, because look, there's dozens of MPs from all the major parties who stand to lose their pensions if the next election is held when scheduled.
But the Liberals are going to lose their seats, so they aren't going to get the pension. Many Tories will get re-elected. So are they supporting this?
No, Conservatives are dead set against it. We know the Bloc seems to be against it. The NDP just recently came out and said they're against it too. So it's really the Liberals against everyone. And we shall see, because the NDP originally crafted this legislation with the government. They now say they want to amend that one portion. So let's hear from Justin Trudeau and see if he's willing to stand and possibly see this whole bill fail, because he's so adamant that his couple dozen MPs need to get those pensions.
Well, he also needs to show those MPs that he's got their back so that they will not attack him as the leader of the party in caucus. So, but let's just talk then of what does this say politically? If he is saying we're moving back the absolute end date in October of 2025 for the election, that means he's intending to stay until then, a year and a half from now.
It either means he's intending to stay or he really wants to protect those Liberal MPs who were elected in 2019 and are pretty darn sure they might lose their seats next time. So he's protecting himself, or he's protecting his caucus, or both.
Well, and he can do both at the same time. I guess it really is. A lot of those MPs are feeling their necks. And if they are going to their constituents at all, they know they're going to lose the election.
Well, there's tens of millions of dollars at stake. There's very generous pensions in Ottawa, and these folks stand to lose a lot of money if they don't qualify. So it's completely undemocratic. The idea that they're trying to move it just so that these folks can get millions more dollars, we have to stand up and say no.
Well, you're absolutely right. On the other hand, we won an election a lot earlier than that. So
yes.
NDP, get your thumbs out of your pockets.
That would still block the pensions, so I'm all for it.
Jay, thank you very much. Crazy. 3 minutes. This show provides independent analysis of the issues. We are not paid by the government. And as I am finding, so much business in Canada relies upon various governments that they don't want to sponsor or advertise on a show which may become controversial, which talks about liberty, freedoms, sometimes criticizes government. I've had guests on that support the government. But people are saying, you know what? We don't want to bite the hand that feeds us, i.e. government, which is why I hope you'll subscribe and contribute to keep this show on the air.